Happy Sunday morning, y'all. For whatever reason lately, I guess maybe it's because I'm less than a month away from my 61st birthday. And the second one that I'll be celebrating in the great state of Texas. But for whatever reason, I've been reflecting back on my life. Now, this is my left ear, although it appears to you like my right because you're looking at a mirrored reflection of me. Or projection, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Anyway, my left ear was nearly torn off when I was stationed in Nuremberg, Germany, back in 1982. I was assigned to the 71st Maintenance Battalion at the Südkaserne in Nuremberg, as a matter of fact. And not far away from there was this place called Soldiers Field, which was essentially an airfield made of granite. They would, the Nurembergers would hold concerts there, and they would erect these, I guess, I don't know what you want to call them, pavilions uh, that, they would build off of the main one that they had there. And they would have these big beer fests. And it shouldn't surprise too many of y'all that I was what the military still to this day calls a wartime hero and a peacetime fuck up. And within those moments, uh, I my actions remaining calm, not panicking, yet still going with the flow. There's a big difference between going with the flow and not panicking. Uh, I saw people getting, as a riot began to break out, which I guess it was just a bunch of like a massive amount of fights. It was almost, it was almost like watching a modern day drunken bar scene that just got way out of hand. Uh, it went from punches to chairs and tables being thrown within a matter of microseconds. And I saw people getting trampled, so I made myself huge above them and got them off the floor. And moments later, uh, one of the one of my brothers from my unit said, "Hey, come on, man, we're doing a safe zone over here. We're going to join arms and give people a place to, get out of a way to get out of here." And but the second I got up to that damn line, somebody threw a beer mug at my head, ripped my Radar O'Reilly wireframe glasses, which means basically it was like a flexible piece of conduit, not conduit, flexible piece of cable. Sorry, uh, insulated with plastic, like a piece of wire, basically, essentially. So when this beer mug, this 2 liter beer mug, and I'm talking like those big, huge ones you see at the state fairs and shit, uh, when that hit my head, it basically caused that piece of wire to become like almost like a guillotine, and it slashed through my ear. But here's the thing: within those moments, I chose not to panic. I wasn't really going with the flow. I was accepting the impact, and I never panicked, and that's the only reason why I'm rambling here in front of you today. Things are getting tough every place. Some people can't handle it. You see people committing suicide, and who knows, maybe those people, especially the famous ones, maybe they got reasons to commit suicide. Q said there was going to come a time where we'd have suicide season. And it's, man, and we're also, some of us that know, or those of us that know, that actually know, or think we know anyway, we're also told that in the case of celebrity COVID deaths, that was actually code for pedo death. you haven't been panicking yet. It's getting crazy. We're not seeing things. We're not seeing people being arrested. But we can't panic. We gotta stay calm. We gotta try to keep going with that flow. Things are happening. I'm telling you, things are happening. When it comes to the military, to give you an idea, between the time that injury occurred, that I suffered that head injury, to the time that I actually got out as an indirect result of it, was like 3.5 months. It was close to, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like August. That happened in May, so it was almost 4 months. No, it was like 3.5 months. But that's the way the government rolls. Now, I'm going to say this, that I've been seeing questionable things coming out of Ohio make me wonder what actually happened there. They're much like with Sandy Hook and 9/11. There were advertisements for crisis actors that looked legit, seeking crisis actors months before this occurred. So, what's actually happening? No news is coming out of there. Why? Why? That's the question that we got to ask. Why isn't news coming out of there? Don't panic. More and more, day by day, this is looking like a show. I don't know how real this is, but I'll tell you one thing. Yesterday, I took $100 that I knew I made in overtime the week before, from the week before, and I invested it in 4 bottles of Kentucky's Finest. Because guess what supplies most Kentucky whiskey companies or distilleries? Yeah, that's right, the Ohio River. So if you like Tennessee and Kentucky whiskey or whatever, get it now, because at some point the price is going to go through the roof if everything we're being told is true. See, that's the big if. The big if. So, with that said, just don't panic, man. If your life ain't going right, if you gotta start being bluntly honest with yourself, as I was in the past and as I continue to be, then do it. Because the only person you're lying to about whatever the fuck is holding you back is you. I'm speaking from experience. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as you're not messing with kids, as long as you haven't killed anybody, whatever it is, God knows. God knew when God created you what was going to become of you. So have faith in God. Have faith in God's plan. But you got to dig deep and have some faith in yourself. Later. Right, Nightmare? Here come the truck. 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 Looked like it was carrying a room cube. Yeah. I keep trying to tell it whenever I see a frustrated young retail worker. I just keep trying to tell them, man, no matter what it is, you'll get through it. just keep moving forward. Have faith. You're still alive. And like I said, just be honest with yourself. You don't have to tell everybody you know what you're being honest with yourself about. In my case, it was the pot smoking. But that didn't change who I am. Once I quit, I became more motivated. Come on, man. I'm 60 fucking years old and I'm still humping the nut at a freaking aluminum foundry. So, like I've said in the past, what the fuck is your excuse? If you got ailments, solve them, resolve them. If you're not speaking to family members, call them up, man. Nothing's that bad. I'll tell you one thing. I know when I called my sisters, I was surprised at how amazingly forgiving and understanding that they were. Family's everything, man. It really is. Hey, God, thanks for another beautiful day. Amen. Right, Nightmare? Nightmare's ear is still big, by the way. Still taking the pills, still hoping. Worst case scenario, $600 surgery. But he's worth it. I don't understand people that don't have that figured out. Then you can pretty much judge a person by how they get along with dogs, well, how they treat dogs, little kids, elderly people, and above and beyond all else, how they treat people that serve their food and retail workers and shit, you know? If they treat them like lower class citizens, yeah, you might have a problem. Live in the moment, but know the difference between living in the moment and not panicking. Sometimes the things that you do that you think you're going to regret because they're not what you would normally do are the things that are some of your great, in my case, ended up being some of my greatest memories. So, ride the waves the best that you can. Be in line and on time. And when God provides you with opportunities, man, just get out there and freaking do the damn legwork. Live in that moment. Give yourself a memory you can hang on to. Worth hanging on to. Just trust me when I tell you this. Don't do the red, white, and blue beard thing. Yeah. You're just asking for trouble when you do that. Yeah, plus stay safe. And have faith, right, Nightmare? Dun da da. Yes, Daddy, yes. That's what she said. Later.